Brothers and sisters, prayers are needed right now. I highly recommend this site. But for me, I'm going overseas shortly. I lay hands for Jesus after he healed my over 12 years. Well, then it was over 12 years past due for the grave terminal illness, right? So this March will be 13 years. Sometime between then and September or after September, Jesus wants me to take off, do some ministering on the last few years left. There's only a few with that temple going up. I call that usable time. After that 42 months, or 42 moons, as the wise know, 13 moons a year, ends, somebody's going to say they're God, right? I don't call that usable time, really. I guess you can make the most of it. You can then as much as you can, but I don't really see it as usable. Look at how bad things are. Look at how big that is right there in Mexico. But you look at, it has the status, the conflict statuses. But you look right there, these countries, right? And you look at this right here, Libya rivals agree to hold national, it's alert. You can't, the rivals going down there, you wonder who's going to double cross who. There's a lot going on. And when elections happen, you've got all kinds of issues. Things heat up because they don't like the elections. And you see right here, worsening and changing and improving. Do you really see much of an improving relationship anywhere? Right? And I'm going here, brothers and sisters. I'll be going here, and I'll be doing some traveling here. I got to stop in the UK here, and then I'm going down to Australia. But I'm going to be doing this area. And I'm not sure how I'm going to go about it. You're just going to let me know. But I might do like the zip to see one special friend here first. Here, I got some other stops here, and then work my way down here. And I might, because I've got some things going on here as well, right? So the Lord has got it, and I'm trying to figure out the way He wants me to do it with a zip up, and then I can come up the coast here. Because, yeah, of course, you know it. Where all the earthquakes and everything happening in Chile and Peru and all that. Yes, of course, brothers and sisters. The Lord's got me ministering to people there in Africa. I got a couple of people from Australia, but I got an offer to be driven around all of India already. And then they wanted me to pray for a sister on her deathbed, figuring for her soul. God ended up turning it around, and less than 24 hours later, I'm hearing she's recovered and well, and they're all celebrating over there. So that's going to really increase the faith and everything, hope there, because this guy's saying, oh yeah, this guy's coming here. We're going to come by, going to lay hands, and it's going to stoke the fires over there. So I'm going to have an awesome time in India. And I know you're going to laugh at me. And for the last little while, I don't know why, I've been craving that Indian food. So I buy this stuff at the store. You're just supposed to, cut it and nuke it. Well, I mix it with some rice and then I nuke it that way. I don't mind 3 minutes either way because it's only a 2-minute thing. I guess you could pour it over rice if you had it. But this way, I just add a little bit of water and it soaks the juices in there. The only problem is I lost all this weight. Man, is that stuff good. But see, you lose weight with it at the same time. I recommend the mild and you start off the mild and go to the medium because there are like 2 brands in the store I got here, and they vary a little bit. Some people may not be used to it. If you eat it on a regular basis, you'll find yourself not getting sick, feeling way better, and your body will seem to want to go to its natural body weight. You don't see too many fat people in India, do you? Interesting enough, right? And it's the combination. So I break up the little spaghetti noodles, right? And you break them up into little pieces in there to go with the rice, or you can use that Mr. Noodles, right? Because they go in there, so it gives it a different texture, and it dissolves the different rates in your belly as well, right? But I tell you, oh, it's awesome stuff. I like it. And here I am going there. Look at this world that Jesus is having me go into. I have not been on a plane since March 1986, and a lot has changed since then. As you can clearly see, everything is worsening in the areas I got to go to. Do you see me cowering in fear? No, I'm just one. I'm not saying bragging, I'm saying just one of many. But I wouldn't be here right now talking to you if Jesus hadn't shown me mercy and compassion. And I need to remind you people of this, especially when you're looking at this, right here, this conflict map where everything's getting worse. And Jesus said to me, as some guy was giving me grief, as my mother died, a bunch of people were giving me grief as my wife died, just as my wife died. And I said, Lord, how can this be, man? How have they no heart? And then Jesus said to me, those without mercy and compassion will get none from me. He was comforting me in my time of grief. Because I knew she was with him. I didn't worry about that. But, I just kind of liked a little bit more time with her. What he knew was bothering me is the way that all these people are saying, oh, sorry for your loss, rest in peace. When I told them I was healed by Jesus, I know my wife's with Jesus. She was relaying messages to me as confirmation. Like I'm here, so I want to make sure So, I go, hey, by the way, and she goes, yeah, he said that, it's like, okay. So it was building my confidence because after all this damage and stuff like that, remember, I wasn't repaired and I had all this stroke damage and I was trying to remember what was said. Was it right? Was it me? I had a lot to go through. Most of you can't even understand that kind of struggle. But after, just for that little bit, to make sure it was him I was listening to, because the other guy slipped in there, and I did one thing, kind of went a little sideways, but I still learned from it much, right? And that was the whole point. I learned from it much, and it was a test to see if I would do, you know, either way. So I did. That's the whole point. Even though I didn't really fully understand, I did it, and but I learned a lot, and the Lord showed me a valuable thing there. He's teaching me lessons and things. And he has me do some stuff just to learn some stuff because sometimes it's easier to show the person saying it and actually showing him an example of it really hits home a lot harder. I tell you, you're doing it gently with me. It doesn't have to help. The thing is, you guys out there, I don't understand why most of you are doing it. You can talk to Jesus yourself. He doesn't talk to me as much as I'd like. And sometimes he does it. It's a soft, gentle voice, and it just the knowing something, the little whisper. You just know it's that one thing. He's there, he's listening, but he wants you to do the stuff on your own. Yes, he wants you to rely on him, but he wants to use you to use what you've learned and go out there as, because you're supposed to be out there working, not being a babe and waiting for him to do anything and, waiting on him. He wants you to go out there and do. He'll be there when you need him. He'll let you know what you need. If you need him, just talk to him. But he wants you to stand on your own 2 feet as an adult, right? And go out there and make a difference. Every lost sheep matters. Look at this. Yeah, I told some people I'm nervous, but I haven't been on a plane since then. I don't know what to do. I don't know any things to do. Like, wouldn't you be nervous? I've never been there. Like, they all these rules in airports that are meaningless dung anyway. No true security. Before those things even came into the damn airports, they were obsolete. The guy made body bombs with his own brother. So they were obsolete before they even went in. They only give you the illusion of security. And the worst part is they got no set guidelines for them. So some moron they hired off the street last week puts on a uniform and he fools around with the dials and irradiates your ass. This is a straight word because that's what it does. It radiates your body. Then you're going up to a higher level where the radiation affects your body even more. And when the UVs are like double what they've been telling the people, and just downplaying the numbers, you go, well, I know a lady who had 6 skin cancer operations. So yes, I know a few things. When the bean counters stop insuring skin cancers that used to do it, that tells you something that there's such a dramatic rise, they don't see it feasible to insure the people anymore. Because when there's cash coming in, that's one thing. When there's cash going out and they see the spike in the rise of them, no. And a decent sister, she's got issues too. She's dealing with fear. Satan's got her with fear. I joke you not. It's so bad. She's feared of going anywhere on the internet. She's got that one thing. And she wouldn't be able to go more than like 15 minutes, say. And then a day or two she'd be off because of the problems. I gave her a little medical advice. Right? Boom. All that's fine. She's coming to life. But still letting fear keep her from going out there and even listening to a worship song. If I put a link there. She went through the other stuff, no problem. But when it comes to right now, Satan's got her so scared of stuff. She's down there in Arizona. My daughter's a nurse down there for the VA, by the way. Things are so bad. There's one of the worst states to live in. Crime is so bad. You're afraid to go anywhere. And then she's afraid to go on the internet. There's so many scams going on there. Like the IBM called, this IBM, we want you to go to this southern site and put us your information and all that. Or allow, put in, come on, man. That wouldn't happen. They're looking for brain dead morons. I'm trying to tell her. That sort of stuff doesn't happen up here in Canada. They'd laugh their ass off at them and hang up the phone, man. Up here, somebody asked for our social insurance number, your social security number, basically. We hang up the phone. It's illegal for anybody to ask you that stuff. It's no. It's a form of government identification. Even the government isn't allowed to mail you a letter showing it. They made the mistake of using a couple of envelopes. They showed it on some people's tax refunds. Every one of them got like $500,000 out of the deal. That's a no-no up here. You guys throw information around like that. You give it to anybody. It's all over everything. And then you wonder why every time you turn around, stuff's being hacked. And millions of accounts. Man, you're playing a game. Because all that's meaningless. Think about it. They want you running around, everything turning around. Oh, Oprah's got a farted, or Ellen's got a pimple on her nose, or some damn thing. But here's the real news, what's going on. You guys can go look at it anytime. It's not just U.S. interest, but I go for all these other things that it offers in the regions and the type of conflicts. But you can pick any area you want, right? Uh, pick whatever you want. Okay, there we go. Pick one, right? Like right here. And it goes into more detail. It tells you how many is going on. It gives you as much of an update as possible. That's why I really like this, because I'm doing a lot of overseas stuff here, right? And at least I should do is be aware of what's going on, how many UN troops are there, if there are any, is there instability at the time, because and certain do's and don'ts of the area that they might put on here in the latest news of what's going on, right? So say in that area, you're passing through an area, and you should be out there carrying a Bible in plain sight that you're passing through as a stop you got to make to where you're going. It might not be a good idea to whip out a Bible in that airport and start reading while you're waiting for the plane, right? So you got to learn these things. There's a lot of countries out there that a Bible is not welcome, like Saudi Arabia is one of them. You get caught with a Bible in your hand, off goes your head, right? And they're a U.S. ally. As you can kind of guess, North Korea is not the place to have one either, because you end up with a prison camp on starvation rations, doing forced labor until you die, right? Not cool for carrying a Bible. And a lot of places and I got stuff to do for Jesus, yes, but I'm not here to cause problems for anybody. I got certain places I gotta go, and those that Jesus wants healed will be there. He's got it all worked out. I'm not gonna mess with it. But things like this can make a difference in your life. You see what's going on. You pay attention. They try to dull you with all that nonsense. So you don't know the real what's going on. Brothers and sisters all over the world struggling, fighting. You got people brave enough going to these countries, believe it or not, right? In Africa and other places, because what do they got? Problems. They got aid groups going to Africa with all these diseases, right? Think about it. All these diseases and everything going on in Africa, right here. Right? Okay, I said that thing right. Hang on, where are we? Excuse me, I haven't used this thing in a long time. Sub-Saharan Africa, there we go. I got these countries to go down here. Right? And things are not cool, but pick your area, right? Sudan, which is right underneath there, where one of the places I'll be, right? Where that guy is. They moved the people to the south because they didn't want the land, right? And then they found huge oil deposits in the south. So everybody's going crazy. And you can get unless the price has gone down, you can get a brand new AK with a clip. I think it was for the cost of a chicken. I don't know if it's gone down. As you see, they claim to be there's 19,135 UN personnel there right now. But look at the amount of refugees and asylum seekers, right? And they actually don't have an honest number. That's low. That's way too low. But it tells you the recent developments. This is why I'm recommending this site. Take a look. Jesus is sending some people to move and do things, okay? Jesus moved all kinds of people to do stuff right now, right? There are brothers and sisters out there traveling around different countries. Jesus wanted them out there laying hands and doing all kinds of stuff right now. You may be one of them soon. Ask Jesus what he wants, because Jesus might be touching some of you soon. But you got to be aware of what's going on, so you know that these people need prayers. Christians are being murdered in Africa every day because they believe. They're kidnapping Christian girls from Christian schools to sell them to jihadis as war brides, and kill practice targets so the kids can practice killing a Christian, okay? Got to know the time of day, because Revelation 6 verses 9 to 11 has got to be filled out, sadly. There are brothers and sisters out there standing tall in faith, like that doctor who quit his job in big bucks cash, because he trains doctors and nurses and nurse practitioners to go over there in all that horror to try and make a difference. So I kind of already figured out why the Lord is sending me there, to repay the favor. You'll probably get sick with all you're doing, and I lay hands. The Lord has a great sense of humor, and it all makes sense when you sit back and smile and realize the bigger picture. Especially when you look at Revelation 7:9 and it jumps you right in the face. God made everybody. He's got the good kids and the bad kids, right? And the lost, scared kids who don't know the truth of Jesus, right? But either way, one way or another, we're going to stand in front of Jesus sooner or later. It's how do you do it? Standing on your feet, serving and praising him, or on your knees begging for mercy as he says, hey, go to the left and ride the slide, because you never were a sheep, you were a goat. Figure it out. It's up to you. Do you right by Jesus and you're a sheep. turn around and do wrong, well, welcome to Goatville and ride the slide. But be aware of all the things going around you as conflict spreads in my life.